It's Wednesday, and in 4 days, the world is going to change. Because on Wednesday, we meet the villain. Another night, another dinner party, another extravagant gift. Jesus is visiting a personal family friend, the home of Lazarus and his 2 sisters, Mary and Martha. Along with the 12 disciples, this dinner would have felt more like home. Just close family and friends around the table, enjoying conversation and a warm meal. The Gospel of John gives us the details. Here, a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. While everyone was sitting at the table, at the end of dinner, Mary, in front of everyone, poured the expensive ointment on the feet of Jesus. And she wipes her feet with her hair. Another crazy important detail in this passage. In the first century, a woman's hair was her most valued possession. It determined her worth in the eyes of men. Hair trumped everything. More important than height, weight, tan skin, a face free of wrinkles, personality, measurements, any other part of the woman. Not only was the gift extravagant, Mary was willing to sacrifice her identity, her worth, and value in the eyes of society by wiping his feet with her hair. All of the details were given to us for one point: to show us that this was a lavish gift. I mean, this was a huge sacrifice for Mary. This wasn't just a tip, not just shaving some off the top. This gift, her response, her worship, illustrates what she really thought about Jesus. Scripture says that when Mary poured the perfume out, the smell filled the entire house. But the sweet fragrance quickly spoiled. But one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was worth a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put into it. Judas wanted to sell the perfume and privately put the money in the disciples' funds to help the poor later. Judas obviously didn't think Jesus was worth this high of a price and sacrifice because he wanted to pad his own pockets with the money. Judas's heart was not with Jesus, and he wasn't prepared to respond to what Jesus said when he was there. He was surprised, upset, and appalled that Mary and Martha would respond that way. And Judas gets called out in front of everyone. "Leave her alone," Jesus replied. "It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me." Judas receives a stinging public rebuke, a moment that would fester and sear into his conscience. The moment that a villain is born. A moment that would trigger a series of dominoes to fall that would lead to Jesus' demise. Luke gives us insight into how it unfolds. Now, the festival of unleavened bread, called the Passover, was approaching. And the chief priests and the teachers of the law were looking for some way to get rid of Jesus, for they were afraid of the people. Then Satan entered Judas, called Iscariot, one of the 12. And Judas went to the chief priests and the officers of the temple guard and discussed with them how he might betray Jesus. They were delighted and agreed to give him money. He consented and watched for an opportunity to hand Jesus over to them when no crowd was present. The die has been cast. Greed will produce violence. It's just a matter of time now. It's Wednesday. A lot is going to happen in 4 days.